Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. And today's video we are going to go into something that I haven't talked about with you guys since it happened, which is the birth of my daughter. As many of you know, yes, I do have a daughter. Her name is Charlotte. She is the most beautiful little baby that I have ever laid my eyes on, and of course every mother is going to say that about their child, but she literally is so precious and I love her so much. She was born 11/30/23, which she was born 5 days before my actual due date because I had an induction scheduled because I had so many issues throughout my pregnancy. With that being said, while I was pregnant, when I was getting closer to when the baby could be born, whether she was born prematurely or not, I started having a lot of issues. I went into preterm labor on October 29th. Then on October 30th, here's how it went. October 29th was a Sunday. Me and my husband went to a family member's house for a Halloween party. And I sat down in a chair and started having some cramping feelings. And I thought it was just normal pregnancy things, so I didn't really think too much of it. After a while, it started to get a little more intense, so I told him I wanted to go home because I wasn't feeling good. So we got up, said our goodbyes, left, went home. I took a shower, and then went and laid in bed. With me laying in bed, I could not sleep at all. I was in so much pain laying on either side, laying on my back because I was still experiencing that cramping feeling. I had gotten up, taken some Tylenol, was still experiencing all of the cramping feelings, tried sleeping on the couch, that wasn't working, and was just going through a bunch of different things. The next morning, obviously Monday the 30th of October, my niece was dropped off over here so I could babysit her, and we were just going about our normal day. Jesse had Monday off, so he was there with me to help me out with the baby and stuff like that because I was still not feeling good by the time she was dropped off. I was just in so much pain, and going through that experience was not fun, especially when I was trying to babysit for my sister because her daughter is a little bit rambunctious. She is a toddler, so she likes to move around a lot. She likes to do her own thing, but you always have to constantly, be moving around and watching her and following her around to see what she's doing or what she's getting into. By the time that she was ready to take a nap, I always had to hold her and have my phone popped up playing either Blippi or Sesame Street. That way she would go to sleep. I was in excruciating pain when she was taking her nap. I was trying to let her finish her nap out. That way I could, after her nap, we could just go and see the doctor because I didn't know what to do. I had ended up calling, while my niece was sleeping on me, I ended up calling my doctor's office for my baby and was asking them what I should do. Well, actually, I called them at 10 o'clock in the morning. I did not go and be seen until 1 p.m. because, like I said, I was trying to let my niece sleep, and they told me that I needed to go see it labor and delivery when I called my doctor's office. Getting closer to 1 p.m., I was like, all right, you know what? I'm in so much pain. We need to go. We need to go now. So I told my husband we need to go to labor and delivery. This is not feeling good. This needs to end. Something needs to happen. We get to labor and delivery. He's holding my niece while I'm getting checked out and everything like that. He ends up meeting up with my sister at the hospital so my sister can pick up my niece from us, and they were telling me that I was already dilated. I was 1 centimeter dilated on October 30th. Yeah. And I was having preterm labor contractions. They did give me the option to where I could completely stop the contractions by giving me a shot. I did not want that. I told them if she's coming now, she's coming now. I'm not doing this anymore because I had already been experiencing some really bad back pains, really bad stomach pains and stuff like that before any of my preterm contractions had started. When I went to be seen at labor and delivery on October 30th, my contractions were 3 minutes apart. Yeah, 3 minutes apart, and it was insane. They did give me some medicine to help ease the pain and stuff like that. They kept me overnight, and by the time Halloween hit, October 31st, I was 2 centimeters dilated. that's always fun, right? And they're like, okay, well, you haven't dilated any more than 2 centimeters, so we're just going to send you home and you're going to go from there. I said, cool, okay. After that, I started seeing my doctor for my gynecologist every single week because I had been in preterm labor and he wanted to make sure that everything was okay. Went in every single week. Every single week I had to be checked. After my first visit with him, I was at 3 centimeters. And every single week I was in and out of labor and delivery because I was in so much pain. Tylenol was not helping, laying down was not helping, hot showers were not helping, drinking plenty of water was not helping. I was just over it. And I kept telling them, you guys have to take her out now. I cannot keep handling this pain. But they would not let me have her because it was too early. So at that point in time, my doctor decided, you know what, we're going to schedule your induction. I said, cool. At first, my induction was supposed to be scheduled for December 4th, which would have been the day before she was born. I said, okay, you know what? Totally fine. Like, that's the earliest that they could get me in because it was right around Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. So it was understandable that they weren't really doing inductions. So we had that scheduled. 2 days after that was scheduled, I get a phone call from the doctor's office. Hey, we rescheduled your induction. First thing that went through my mind, they are pushing it further back. But they were like, no, it's going to be November 30th, which was 4 days before the last one, 5 days before my actual due date. I said, okay. I went there the normal, same time that I was supposed to be there, which was at 4 a.m. Or, oh no, it was, I had to be there by 5:30 in the morning. So we went and picked up my sister because my sister was also on my birthing team besides Jessie. So we went and picked up my sister. We went straight to the hospital. We get there. As soon as they opened, we're getting everything ready. I'm in my hospital gown and stuff like that. And they went to go give me my medicine to help dilate me and speed up the process of giving birth. They could not give it to me because little girl's heart rate was really high and they needed her to calm down before they could give me any kind of medication to either help with pain or to start my induction process, which was okay. I was totally fine with it. We went in and an hour later they were giving me my medicine. They were giving me my epidural. Let me tell you, the epidural works wonders, but it is the worst feeling ever to have that needle shoved into your spine. I am still feeling the pain of having it. From when I sit certain ways, I can still feel the pain in my lower back from where the epidural was. And she is going on 6 weeks old, or is 6 weeks old, you know? It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But, and then after my epidural, I was checked to see how far along I was. I was at 4 centimeters when after my epidural had kicked in and stuff like that to help with my contractions because they were fucking intense. And then the doctor had left because my doctor had came in before he had to go to the clinic to check out other patients. He left, and then around 4:30 they were like, no, it was around 3:30, I think, something like that. They were like, all right, you're fully dilated, it's time to push her out. I was in labor, active labor, pushing her out for an hour and a half. She did not want to come out during that time process at all. So my doctor was in there after an hour and a half of me pushing with the nurse and said there's 2 options that we can do. Either you can let us attempt to use this vacuum suction cup thingy to help her pull out, like I'll pull her with this vacuum cup that's attached to her head, and you have to push. Or we go in for an emergency C-section. I did not want to be cut open. Not at all. So I said, let's go for the vacuum suction cup. And my doctor said, okay, with this, you're only going to get 3 tries. If she does not come out on the 3rd try, we're going in for an emergency C-section. I said, oh, good God, okay. So we went in, first 2 tries, nothing was happening, and I was giving it my all. And he told me on the last one that if it didn't work, that I was going to have a C-section. And I started crying, and I said, no, there's no way I'm letting you cut me open to get this baby out. And I gave it my all, and on that last attempt, she was out and finally into the world, and I am super blessed to now be a mom of a beautiful little girl who is absolutely amazing. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that we are doing great, and I will introduce you guys to her as soon as I possibly can. So yeah.